Hi, it's Mobile Max in West Hollywood, and it's October 24th, 2025, Friday. A few days ago, I walked down to my carport, and this happens quite a bit to me. I live off Fountain Avenue, a pretty major avenue. A lot of cars and people walk through it. On occasion, homeless people will come down into my garage, my carport, and we have an electrical connection, and they use my electrical connection to charge their phones or whatever. And generally, I hand them $5 and ask them to leave, but I'm getting not to like it because lately they've been pooping and peeing while they're charging their phones inside my carport. Well, a few days ago, a homeless person wandered into my carport charging their phone once again, and I noticed clearly that the young kid was a transsexual. Formerly a white male, had transformed himself into, I don't mean to be pejorative, but a creature, a Frankenstein. He wasn't a woman. Even a woman isn't like that. He had turned himself into, or somebody else had turned him into this, and it bothered me greatly. When he left, I handed him $5. I said, "Here's $5 now, please leave." And he left, but I noticed afterwards that he had urinated in my carport. And then it struck me. Did he have to squat and pee? Did they take his balls and penis away? That terrified me. I couldn't imagine having to squat to pee. That's wrong. And then I thought, what if somebody created this monster, this humiliation, this spectacle to humiliate white men? What if they took vulnerable, marginalized, young white kids who think they have a friend and they groom them and turn them permanently into this creature? Something is wrong with this. No young person should be able to permanently damage himself until he's much older and fully mature. Now, all types of ethnic and racial groups mature at different rates. Some of them, by the time they're 16, they're full grown at the peak of their powers. Other racial or ethnic groups, maybe not until they're 30 years old. Personally, I didn't fully mature till I was 50. Anyway, the bottom line is California offers protection for transsexuals. They passed laws. They've done many things here in California over the last 10 years while the Democrats have been in power since 2011. They've shut down prisons. They've coddled prisoners, released criminals into our society, took away statute of limitations on many civil cases, so attorneys could go crazy suing everybody and everything. It's a pattern. They're causing chaos and confusion, defunding police departments, destroying them. Police departments lose their investigative abilities and just become janitorial and just clean up messes or chase cars around. If a major arrest has to take place, a federal agency has to do it. California has become a crazy place of chaos and confusion, and I'm wondering if this isn't purposely done. Through the last, 20 years, millions of middle-class people have left California. because California, the laws that they do enforce happen to be about regulating middle class and wealthy businesses or taxing them. They're very strict on regulations and taxations of the upper middle class and wealthy people, while they let the lower classes run wild. Sanctuary city. Helter Skelter. Helter Skelter. That was an old Beatles song. Very good, out of their White Album. But the context that I'm using it in, Helter Skelter, it was also Charles Manson's, the name of Charles Manson's plan to take over the world, I guess. You know who Charles Manson was. He was the mastermind of the Tate LaBianca murders in, I believe, 1969. He took a bunch of young, delusional white kids and mesmerized them. Some of the same stuff that's going on today. Abusing young, troubled youth and grooming them and brainwashing them. Anyway, Charles Manson and Helter Skelter. That was Charles Manson's plan to take over. And what was it? Charles Manson was going to create a race war between blacks and whites, and Charles Manson was going to be on the side of the blacks and help them to conquer the whites, and then he would become the king because he's smarter than everybody else. But basically, that's what I think the Democrats are doing here in California, because look at what they've done. They've chased out a lot of middle-class white and other peoples and brought in poor people who they take care of, illegal aliens they take in, criminals, gangster. LA's become the criminal capital of the world. Billions and tens of billions and hundreds of billions of dollars have gone missing. And California's done nothing to retrieve it. It's taxpayer money. It's like California doesn't care about its citizens. But here's, I think, was the end, the means to an end. This Helter Skelter plan for California caused chaos and confusion, draw criminals into California cities, let them steal government taxpayer money, let poor people in, illegal aliens, cause massive chaos and confusion. And what? Wait, the cavalry's coming. The cavalry's coming to rescue us. What is it? It's artificial intelligence. What are they doing now? What is these great building projects like the New Deal, where they built all these dams and all these WPA electricity projects? This is about what they're building data centers all over the United States. Hundreds of billions of dollars in these artificial intelligence and other data centers. They use up massive amounts of electricity and water. These are extremely expensive projects, and a lot of people have invested hundreds of billions of dollars into it. What are they going to do with all this computing capacity, this artificial intelligence capacity? I think that's the end game. Cause all this chaos and confusion, and then in rides artificial intelligence as to rescue us. How are they going to rescue us? Well, what does communist China do? Communist China has millions of cameras all over the country, and it stores data and monitors all of its 1.5 billion citizens. It monitors and it grades the citizens on many things. It's not just for national security, but also for societal grades on whether you help your neighbor take her trash out, or say bad things about the government, or whatever they don't like, they grade you. And if you get bad marks on their societal interpretation, you start losing ability to have services, like you won't be able to buy a plane or train ticket, or you won't get your pension or whatever. But you get penalized if the communist Chinese decide that you're not doing what they want you to do. Well, maybe that's what they got in store for us Californians here first, or then maybe spread it out to the whole country. Artificial intelligence, monitoring all the citizens, everybody, keeping track of everybody, and naturally we're going to have to let go of some freedom, but they're here to keep us safe. Anyway, no on 50. No on Proposition 50. We already handled this in 2008 and 2010, adopting an independent commission with Democrats, Republicans, and independents, making the border lines for the congressional districts, both state and federal. This has already been adapted. But the Democrats don't give a shit about California. They think, since we're the 4th largest economy in the world, they think, hey, we're leaders of the world. Screw those California citizens. We don't represent them. We represent the whole world, because they've got Silicon Valley. And it's the most powerful amalgamation of computer and science and biotechnical, internet, whatever. Silicon Valley, very powerful. All major technical and internet companies are up there. Apple, Google. Anyway, they're all there. But no on Proposition 50. And do not reward these Democrats with a yes on 50, because they've done a terrible job. A terrible job the last, since 2011. First Jerry Brown, and now Gavin Newsom is even worse than anybody. Passing crazy laws, releasing criminals, soft judges, but all along they're very aggressive with regulating the middle class and wealthy citizens who own something. That's the way they roll. Fuck the middle class and wealthy. They represent the illegal aliens. They're not even citizens. California cares not for the citizens. They've done a terrible job of governing the state. They have no right to worry about other places other than California. They've betrayed the citizens of California time and time again. And they've gotten rich doing it. Chased out 500 major companies out of California. Not to mention thousands of small businesses who got tired of the massive regulations that California imposes upon them. No on 50, I say. That's all I gotta say. Bye.